Hey guys, so yesterday we talked about like obstacles and your goals and what your current situation has when it comes to uh, it comes to stopping your goals or getting in the way of your goals. And we talked about yesterday how there's all sorts of things that are always going to get in the way of your goals. And I talked to quite a few people yesterday via Remind about how they want to go back to school, they miss their friends, all sorts of reasons why right now. Because, like we know, we're all in it together. We're all in a different situation that seems to be a little bit weird. So, this morning I got up a couple hours ago and pretty much been kind of trying to figure out what I'm going to talk to you guys about today. And today's going to be a little bit shorter because I think I've come up with a direction of where I wanted to go. But yesterday we talked about attitude and how your attitude, staying positive and doing the things you need to do. And as I was sitting there thinking about, wow, man, what am I going to talk about these guys today? Because, you guys are super bored. And that's what I heard a lot from people yesterday is I'm just bored. Without having the interaction with you guys every day, sometimes I struggle with figuring out ways to talk to you guys face to face because we're really not face to face right now. So I decided that I'm going to go through and heck, there may be only one person watching this. I don't know. I don't check those things. So I'll post it out there. If people watch it, cool. If people don't, doesn't matter. Because I'm going to keep my attitude the same way. I'm going to keep it as positive as I can. And we're going to keep rolling through this thing. Because I have goals and what I want to do and how I want to help you guys. And so no matter what, like earlier I had an issue with the fact that I could not think of what to talk to you guys about today. And rather than just stop and go, oh, that's an obstacle, I'm just going to quit, I just kept going, all right, let's figure this thing out. I read some things, I did some different stuff, and I stayed away from the news and stayed away from rumors and all that stuff, and I just kind of kept it positive. And I said, all right, cool. And it finally popped up in my head is now is the time that this is more important than ever. Just because I believe that what was created 5 or 6 years ago is a key piece to being successful. And a lot of our monarchs that have left here and gone on to bigger and better things, and I can list multiple ones. This started out as an athletic thing. I don't think it's an athletic thing. I think it's a life thing that we can teach you what to do and how to do things. And so the E never comes off. This is mostly listed in your athletic handbooks, but there's 6 parts to it. There's excellence, there's earn, there's Exeter time, which it was a real tough struggle for us to name that one. And me pretty much if you're not early, you're late. And then there's encouragement, and then there's effort, and then there's endurance. Those are 6 chunks of your attitude that you can have as you work your way through the day. Now, let me rephrase that again. These are 6 chunks of your attitude. Now, it may not make sense just right now, but in the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days, today I'm going to talk about something a little bit different, but in the next 6 days, so this is what, I don't even know what day it is, Wednesday? It's Wednesday, so Thursday, Friday. So basically, I'm going to take us all the way through in every day, and I'm going to, all the way through to basically next Thursday, I'm going to go through and I'm going to chunk these out, and we're going to talk about each one specifically. And it's all going to relate to your attitude because nobody can take this away. They can't take, I was going to write that up there, that's not enough space. Nobody can take your attitude away. So, I was told by an old mentor a long time ago when we were talking about things and dealing and was going into teaching and all that different stuff. And he said there's 2 things that people can't take away. Number 1 is your attitude, and number 2 is your education. I know I tied it into school, sorry about that, but think about it. What you've learned, nobody can take it away. Your attitude, nobody can take that away. You control both of those things. So I know a lot of you are like, oh, I don't have to do it because the teacher didn't assign it. It's nothing that's going to affect my grade. Grades are irregardless of stuff. And I get why you guys have to do that, and that's a whole different conversation, and it's going to take a lot longer than 6 days to go through the whole idea of grading. But the whole purpose of that is you can sit around and miss your friends and do all that stuff, but your attitude has to stay there. And I think if we go back to the E never comes off, these 6 things are going to help you through the next couple of weeks as we kind of get through this. Again, we're still looking at April 14th of coming back. I haven't heard anything different. I have another meeting today at 9:30 on Zoom, and we're going to do some things. I may do a Zoom meeting for people to show up, and we can have a Zoom meeting and talk to everybody and kind of get back together and kind of see what's going on. But I'll deal with that later. But we're going back to attitude. I keep excited. See, now I'm starting to think of things to talk about. So we're going to break this down into attitude. But one of the things I wanted to talk to you about real quick today is structure. Okay? A lot of you told me yesterday, like I said, you were bored, you didn't know what to do, different things like that. I think you need to structure your day. And what I mean by that is I know it sounds very super organized and rigid, but I think what you need to do is, there's a little spider. I think what you need to do is you need to say something, okay, like every day I'm going to get up by 8 o'clock. I'm going to get up, and you're going to stick to that, okay? And I'm going to get up, and at 8:30, then by 9, I'm going to have breakfast. And then at 10, I'm going to touch base. Oops. With my friends. And 11, I'm gonna, I don't know, read. Some of you like to read. Okay? And so at 12, and let's say you're in a group that meets on Zoom. We've got a Zoom meeting. Some people are doing this right now. At 1 o'clock, you're going to do lunch. At 2 o'clock, you're going to do, you're going to exercise, let's say. And then at 3 o'clock, you're going to end up playing games online. And at 4, I'm going to do any schoolwork. So, for some of you that are struggling out there, if you just kind of give yourself an idea of what you're going to do the next day, and the reason I say the next day is because everybody's schedule is changing a little bit right now. Like my schedule changes from day to day to day, so I have an idea of what I need to do, when I need to do it. And the other reason I do that is my wife has Zoom meetings today. My oldest was on Zoom meetings all day yesterday. And so I have to structure my day around everybody else. So if you structure your day, just do this daily. And this can change. Let's say your friends want to play at 9 in the morning. Well, get up, eat breakfast, and play with your friends. online, whatever gaming thing you guys do, or however you guys do that online. Uh, you know, pick a day where all of you guys can touch base on via video or something like that, or pick a time, and so that way, find an app that everybody can talk in a big group, and so you guys can touch bases that way. Uh, read something that's gonna go after your goals. Read something about your goals. In other words, read up on being a veterinarian, or about veterinarian, or I have no clue. I'm just saying, read something that you want to read. It doesn't have to be anything else. But the idea is if you structure your day, it'll help you guys with your attitude a little bit. And I'm not saying you guys have a negative attitude. I'm just saying I think some of you just need a little bit of structure in your day, and it's going to help you through the day. Again, this can change. I mean, some of you probably don't wake up till like 2 in the afternoon. So it may be like 2, eat, play online, and go to bed, which is not a healthy idea, but hey, there's people out there doing it. So just kind of work your way through this and keep your attitude positive. Structure your day a little bit, and tomorrow I am going to talk about your attitude and how it relates to each one of these. So I will see you guys tomorrow, and have a good day. Keep your attitude straight.